of the split, so these players should be playing their hearts out today.
Yeah, and then by contrast, Dignitas, I am, to Jet's point, really looking to see what they can.
Lives in a good spot for him to reset and teleport back, though.
The damage on the Henna right now as Lions will push Isles back. Nice damage trade, and Henna might actually fancy himself a fight here. Flashes forward, first blood!
Yep, he's heading up to see.
Good timing on this game.
Okay, flash forward with the ultimate Licorice, the benefactor of that one.
I mean, I love what odd before the first Drake goes down.
It will eventually go down because, like you said, trade, but a very delayed trade. Audioland's going to get back to the bottom quadrant of the jungle.
Potentially looking for something in mid.
Saint holding the charm for right now. Gets a flash and still lands it! Kaney flashing directly into the CC. Alive. Maybe Licorice in some trouble here. Shaden does come in to try and help out in the 2v1. Shaden gets the kill, but Saint teleported in to turn the play. That's one down. Saint can look for more. Flashes over. The seismic shot straight into Surdy. Double kill to Saint.
Just supposed to win this game is where can they play off of him? This is where the Talia comes in.
Yeah, still on Surdy in the side lane with the backup of Kaney. That's
great
another
stacking that Dignitas could have had. In the meantime, they will have Surdy pressuring down that top
he might just
tier 1. Yeah,
I mean, Jack's alone in the side lane. He's taking that very fast. I like this call from Dignitas. They already got the early dragon. They're not giving too many over to Lion, so more gold. Isles a little caught off from the rest of the team, and he doesn't have the ultimate available, so instead he goes on Henna. No flash on the AD carry, but a savior play from Lions. Shaden will take down Henna. Dignitas take down the support. It doesn't matter that Lions...
next Drake, right, which should decide feats, because essentially, yep, they're going to summon the Rift Herald up there and be able to get this Drake. So this actually should give feats to Dignitas, provided that they are able to take down this Chemtech Drake, which it looks like Lion is not even in a position to contest. They will just end up taking that tier 1 on the top side. So a really nice move from Dignitas, again, after they got the Herald, after they won that team fight. You know, Herald was...
either when there's a turret to hit. Yeah,
okay. I gotcha.
Just something I've been noticing. Ooh, Tomo actually gets a little window here all alone in the mid lane to just take a free outer turret. That's pretty healthy, though. Still a lot of health. And now Saint on the flank. The Ahri coming in, trying to make the hero play yet again for the team. Isles could be in some trouble. Can't quite link up with the rest of the team, but instead, they catch Saint out of sorts as the rest of Lion leave him to dry.
These fights are crazy because that was a fight where
Alicon just sitting there.
And now
Lion is going to start it up.
You know, they didn't like how they was looking at him. Lion said, not like that. We're going to start this one as Kaney and Surdy are nearby, but Shaden's on the other side. He's going to have to get here pretty fast.
Yeah, he's pulled off the Drake.
They're burning it down, and Lion, there's going to be no smite contest here. Adi, clean smite, claims the objective. Now maybe Dignitas looking for the fight afterwards. Adi Lane taking up a lot of damage to start things off here. Saint getting chunked as well. Now Shaden's come in. Flash engage from Lions. Lands on a 2. Licorice driving the back line. Henna gets the first kill on the Isles as it's just CC on the Licorice for days. He does go down. Dignitas try and equalize something. Shaden jumps in for more. He's quite healthy, but he's charged up. CC. Double kill to Saint.
I'm willing to bet.
He just got poked out immediately. Now back to live. Lion will not only win the fight, they'll get a dragon.
Yep, and that's big because it, again, equalizes the dragon stacking. That objective was what Shaden actually pulled off of to end up trying to contest that Otacon after the fact, and now Saint is going to be able to get this tier 1 bot turret down as well. You end up pushing down this tier 1 mid finally, and then potentially rotate
Baron
down.
Dig ends up winning by face checking and not getting engaged on.
And meanwhile, Lions has been looking for a flank this entire time.
This is more of a game of checking. Jax is doing the Drake now.
Watch for the Nico. It's not action. Ahri Audilane goes in. Tomo jumps over the wall. That means that Lion into the waiting arms. But Kaney's there to back up. Lions goes to the stasis. There's another flank from Saint as Ahri picks up one and another one over to Licorice. Well played the Lion and their mid laner.
Yeah, and Lions, as we see if they're going to be able to clean up Surdy on the backside of this. Surdy might end up taking that route. Yeah.
All right.
Just as I was about to praise him, I do think that setup from Lions was really good, right? Because you saw him trying to look for an angle on mid. They didn't get it. They played the Baron dance and ends up taking Tomo out.
And everyone's working with imperfect information here. So Dig is
a really good cleanup for them as well. They've been able to get those 2 Drakes off the back of also getting those large objectives in Otacon and then Baron, and this should give them really good setup to start pushing in towards Dignitas' base.
And now a 4,000 gold lead as well. Everything working out for LYON here. How many turrets can they take with this Red Bull Baron power play is the question on my mind. That's one to go down.
At least
they can
one.
look for the mid turret. It's fun to ask a question as the answer is like immediately in front of you.
I know it's at least one.
Yeah, there we go. Maybe two.
Yeah, as we see Saint setting up.
Dig might fight here because
Charm down.
the times that you look for fights when you're the team defending the siege is when hovering into the jungle, and that's when the rest of LYON approaches this. So this is how they avoid getting engaged on and probably get this turret.
Ooh, Glacial Prism thrown onto Surdy. And the charm does not land. So LYON, they thought about maybe going for a dive. Now the engage from Dignitas, pouncing onto Saint. LYON's doing what he can to try and keep it up, but what a flick from Caney. They're pulling back two members. Dignitas are finding their play, capitalizing on an overextended LYON.
And that, to me, honor goes to Isles. He just absolutely found that snap engage onto the Ahri, didn't get charmed, didn't get juked on it, and this is going to be a nearly full wipe.
Desynced Death Timers as they will catch Henna. He won't even use the summoner spells. That's a shutdown to Shade.
Yeah, they're just able to clean that up. Now pushing down on that tier 2 mid turret. Almost gets it.
Yeah, that's always the question is what do you get after the fight? As we see in the picture-in-picture, they get the tier 2.
Who did the old classic, hit 2 of the 3 Talon strikes, then E onto the Ahri and get the 3rd.
Ooh.
And to me, Saint was in
track of the support.
Yeah, Licorice trying to retake this zone. If they manage to move in and take this Drake, it is sold. We're going to see a fight.
Licorice goes into the stasis. Isles jumps in, trying to tank up as the Alistair, but he just does not have enough health. Saint on the flank yet again onto Caney, but he gets out of their line. Flashing forward, Pop lost about a 2, but now he's turned back on Surdy to the stasis.
Whoa.
Caney with another flick. Surdy flashing forward. You just can't stop this guy. Surdy with the pop-off play of the split. Double kill to Shade and Dig win the fight.
What a turnaround there by Dignitas. Isles gets one shot, but then Caney has the massive flip, and Surdy probably spent 10 seconds at 10 health before actually dying at the end of that fight. They're going to try and push for a bunch here. They're foregoing the Drake to get gold from the turrets.
Yeah, they should
or
be
the end?
I mean, they might just go for it. Let's see if Dignitas won it.
Caney's no TP and no health.
30-second death timers on anybody that matters. It's only going to be a flashless, healless, ultless Nico. Dignitas think they have a victory in their sights. They're going to go for the upset.
This is close.
Expectations said Lions take this one easy, but expectations be damned. Dignitas strike first in game number 1.
What a finish there by Dignitas.
That's exactly what we've been wanting to see. Did you know what it was?
I did know what it was.
There you go.
So you got the point across.
It's perfect.
What's the point of art?
By that metric, I suppose I agree with you.
To express yourself.
Yep. And that person likes having below theirs.
Yeah.
On the spot side, see if Dig do want to revisit that mid lane now with Saint's flash down in a bit.
Yeah, and I gotta say, as much as I love the idea of early ganks from junglers, this is the downside. If you don't pull off the gank, if you don't get the kill, now be played by the jungler right now. And speaking of, Shaden going for the Grand Starfall on the Licorice in the side lane. That is first blood.
Down, especially with
Not
those.
all of it.
No.
Yeah?
I mean, with the grubby, I think they might have been able to, but they don't want to here. Make sure that you're up.
He's also waiting for the next wave to get a little deeper. If he would have killed the turret right away, it'd be Lions or Audi.
Well, the big thing for me is they now don't have that Maokai set up for this Rift Herald. They do have a lot of damage on it.
Could be a fight. Jace TP.
And here we go. Engaging and Shaden with the steal on the Herald. Dignitas, can they win the fight afterwards? Isles already goes down, but Tomo repositioned with the rest of the team. Licorice on the flank. But Dignitas aren't burning it fast.
Watch for Audi with the Maokai ultimate on the side, and then Lions for the engage. This is going to be a fight.
Nature's Grasp used. It's going to, again, tanked up only by Isles. Just barely hits Caney, and now Equalizer on top. Shaden's back into the pit, but he's all alone. No flash available. If Lion just pounce on him, he could be in trouble. Grand Starfall, he gets out of there! Jumps out of the pit. Emergency ejection as the dragon does go down.
They really want to get the gold on this turret, so Isles comes over.
And Surdy being the bait right now. Caney's still in the brush. They just blow up Licorice. Dignitas with another kill and another turret.
Baited and outsmarted.
This mid-tier 1, as Tomo is going to clear this out, and they're kind of pinging it out. Make the map as dark as possible, and then set up this split push with Surdy on the Jace, right? Like, make it super uncomfortable for LYON to be able to get into these teams.
Maybe it's just a 50-50 attempt from Adilan.
I think Dick saw him recalling those, so they're just going to try and burst it.
Yep. LYON's no longer there. Curtain call pulls up. Shaden guarantees the take on the Dragon. Nature's Grass used. Tomo taking a lot of damage, though, from the curtain call, and Dignitas could be in some trouble now. Lions with the engage. Shut down for Licorice. That's 2 that fall. Make it 3 as Isles is in a lot of trouble. Does Saint pick it up? There it is. 3 over to Lion.
What happened? Right here. Yeah, Tomo takes a ton of damage. Then Nature's Grasp goes out. Yeah. Shaden explodes. Lions ends up being able to get his CC down onto Tomo. And then Saint is just kind of doing damage across the back half of this fight the entire time. That will now give them Otacon as well.
Sad that they lost Drake.
Reaction. It's a Baron dance here. 26 minutes in as another Nature's Grass goes out. Isles yet again going to tank that one up just fine. But he's getting poked and actually taking a lot of damage. That's Equalizer down. 2 ultimates and the curtain call will catch him. 3 ults invested. Lion get a kill.
This is Lion just knowing that there's no one on Dig who's allowed to get hit by Maokai ultimate. As soon as you do, they're going to chain down the rest of the damage. Still at a gold deficit, but he's still just not.
And now he's face checking a brush, so a bit of a caster curse here as Kaney gonna find himself hunted by Lion. There's Grand Starfall knocked back with a Bramble Smash. Shaden cannot get the kill on the Licorice, but Adi, you gotta be careful here.
Probably
be respectful. Ooh, twist advance to dodge out on the Q. Lions as well. That splash out of Shaden from bad the worst for Dignitas. He's slowed down. Lion's gonna get the flick back, but no Shaden. He had the E not looking ideal. Isles,
they gotta fight.
Trying to make things goofy here, looking for the flank as the Rakan. Lion trying to hold the line. Lion's there, and they secure the Dragon. That is Dragon's soul. Now, do they take the fight afterwards? Curtain call from Henna, slowing down Shaden as the rest of Lion. Pack tactics. Group up together, take the fight front to back. They get one, and Nature's Grasp is going to catch out Isles. And what a crash down from Lions. Double kill to Adiland. Almost a sweep of a fight as Tomo has to use the Feather Storm. Still falls. Clean ace to Lion.
Just look at Henna on the backside of this. Just absolutely free firing. Shaden ends up going down, then the Nature's Grasp comes out, and as we already talked about, once you get snared by that, you get a Rumble ult on top of your head. It's not going to be fun.
I mean, Audi sets everybody up. That was an alley-oop to Lion's Rel there.
And it's been looking good.
Yep. Now Saint going to take out a tier 2 turret in the bottom side, as with this Red Bull Baron power play, already about 2,000 in the pockets of Lion. They are firmly in control of this game. Dignitas are going to have to find a miracle play in their own base as another Nature's Grasp goes out. Isles yet again takes it up this time. It also hits Tomo. He has to cleanse, and that is just a dead bird on my screen. Isles goes down again as Lion now curtain called once again, pushing the wave bot side. Folks on that bot Nexus turret. Dignitas got to pull something out of the bag here in a 4v5 defense, but so far, it's only 3 of them. Shaden's not even there. Maybe he's looking for the ult angle, but he just can't quite find it. Lion are going to bounce back in this one as Shaden jumps onto the back line looking for Licorice, but he's taken out of there. Lion bounce back. The cornered animal is the most dangerous, and Lion are bringing us to game number 3.
We talked about the team fight execution. This was also team comp execution. They waited for the right power spikes. They stacked Drakes the whole time, and once they were online. All right, so I'm looking
he's
at.
always here.
I'm looking at this year. I'm looking at this year's spring split in trying to filter by top 4 regions.
Team fights quickly, right?
Ooh,
as we see.
Saint damage onto Kaney, but Kaney's actually walking forward rather than behind, so the only way out is back in. Doesn't have the damage, though, and that is first blood to Lions.
I think that's what Kaney...
Exactly. I was going to point out the team with the early Drake stacking, which was Lion in that case.
Oh, flash over the wall from Shaden, all in onto Saint. He flashes, but the undertow snipe. Shaden gets the kill.
I'm going to go back and check.
Yeah. Take a look. But either way, Tomo will not have those abilities as Dragon's coming up in 10 seconds. This is a great window for Lion to actually go for something, but Tibber's not available for Saint as he's in the pit. No flash. Gets a stun onto 3, but Isles with Tomo just push all of Lion off of the objective, but they want more. In go Dignitas, but a lullaby out of 3 members. Adiland just turns the play on its head. Licorice joins in, and he's able to pick one up as well. The top laners trying to get some action done here. And a flash forward from Surdy. He's pulling back. Licorice locks down. Do they have the damage all out used? He's still fine. Cold-to-Meek to get the heal. And then Henna goes over the wall. Tomo's down. Lions traded. Henna, can you get away? Kenny looks to chase down. Does not have better. Both of them looked good, but end of the day, like you said, the Feat of Warfare picked up. And now another dragon here for Dignitas.
Yeah, the big thing here is Dig are still able to go in and get this Drake. We talked about how important early Drake stacking was in the last game, right? And it will end up being an Ocean
Get past to the Braum, especially with the misfortune behind them. You want to use your engage onto the MF to stop that ultimate, but now Lions could just be caught out of position, has no flash available. The Braum passive stuns him up, and there's Ragnarok. He's just dead. Lions caught out.
Going to pop the Herald mid.
Yeah.
Again, they should be able to get this turret down and then also have first prio over that Drake, right? And it's just, they have such a good setup on the map.
Have you highlight that? Adiland could be the hero, as now it's a pick on the Isles. First it was Lions by the Herald, now it is Isles who's in trouble. Flashes to safety, burns down to the Lilia. Tomo under, turret cleanses nothing. Henna picks up the kill.
Or if you just get walked down 1v4, that's another thing. Doesn't matter if Merc Tread's value is high or if they have a bunch of CC that's going to stack together poorly, if it's 4v1. So they get a bunch of kills there, and Henna, the late game insurance, got the kills, which is huge.
Yes.
Yeah, he's now 2-0-3, and again, this, more importantly, stops that Drake stacking, right, from Dignitas, so they're not going to be on as early of a point as Lion were when they were kind of forcing Dig into their teamfight composition last game.
Ooh, Licorice. In a 1v1 against Shaden, has to flash. That's just
a setup.
We see Adiland mid. Adiland's literally on vision mid.
Yeah.
Surdy sees him. No vision from Lion around the Otacon, and that is a secured objective to Dignitas.
Yeah, completely uncontested, and the only thing that they might lose for it is this top tier 1, right? So that's definitely something that Dignitas will take, especially with Otacon now, again, as a reminder, being a permanent buff.
Licorice, as he does get this turret, at least it's an answer for Lion. I want to take this moment to just get a breath in because, oh, no, we don't get it. Henna going all in onto Tomo yet again. That's another flash from the misfortune. Henna can't quite hit the damage, but the dredge line from Lion secures the kill.
Tomo just getting pushed off midway
forward. That's a teleport in from Surdy into 2 members of Lion. Sane trying to lock him down with Adiland. Flashes forward all out onto Licorice. The escape tool is found as Adiland goes in. Lilting Lullaby on the multiple members with a bullet time. Takes out Adiland. Dignitas hold their ground.
Fight this, backing, and then, oh, no, she's just going to TP right into the back half of it. But Dragon's already down.
Yeah, I mean, that Dragon's secured, so Lion kind of lost their window to try and fight.
They did. It's not Soul yet, and Henna did get individual gold from the turret, so I think it's something that Lion's okay with. If they tried to brute force their way into Braum, they probably would have ran it down, so they might even get 2 turrets out of this, as the map is split, MF mid.
Dignitas not able to get in there to stop it, so yeah, okay, making best of a rough situation. Lion will get 2 turrets for their trouble. Tomo's trying to get this mid turret in response, and actually does do it.
He's misfortune. That's what she's good at.
You know, I expect it from
Because
Zig.
this wave had already kind of been set up. Kaney is going to be able to knock down this top tier 1. And
they're going to start up the dragon. The soul for Dignitas. If they can get this, it's got to be a flip. He's got to flash for it. Adiland's going to try and look for the seal. Instead, he goes in for the Lilting Lullaby with multiple members, but he just can't get it down. He went into the stasis too early, as now he's taken out of the fight. Tomo gets the kill to kick things off here, as Lion are going to have to find something. Flash stun from Saint, but shut down from Henna. Double kill to Tomo. Lion are still winning the fight. Licorice goes in despite the quadra kill to Tomo. Licorice is getting it done, as Isles will fall. Everyone's died left and right. Licorice going to the dragon. I think he's going to get 8 resets. Are you kidding me? It did land, but it really only affected Isles because Tomo had the cleanse and then the stun onto Surdy. But now we're back to live here. Dragon's already under half health. Dignitas just get it. Lion cannot stop it. Licorice.
Maybe Henna can keep their season alive.
Lion need to make it happen right here, right now. No flash on Henna. But the Lightning Crash is available this time around. Bullet time used, but not to great effect. Glacial Fissure down as well. That's 2 big ultimates from Dignitas, but they're still on the Baron. They get it. Lion now, maybe they fall.
And MF should be able to take these pretty quickly, especially with Baron up minions.
Yeah, Cleanse will be back on Tomo really soon. Flash probably about 30 seconds away.
There we go. There's the Ocean Soul.
He's back.
And the Bloodthirster in action. Tomo is now back to full health.
Yeah, did not have to reset. Still able to continue the siege with the rest of Dignitas, but again, no Lightning Crash for Henna means that Lion, they can't really fight.
It really feels like without Zeri ultimate, Dig is a bit unstoppable. They can go wherever they want. They're just going to go collect this mid wave and probably try and open up the second inhibitor.
Can they get the first, though? They actually...
Yeah.
Yeah, with this cannon minion hitting it. 1 more, 2 more autos. It was 2. Yeah. There we go.
Moving over to the mid lane. Still no Lightning Crash, so Lion just has to concede it.
Yeah.
It's going to be up soon, though. They'll have it for a Nexus defense. So Dignitas, they cannot use the Baron to end the game, but they're going to use the Realm Warp to just rotate towards the bottom lane.
This is a really, really nice use of that Rise ult, right? To continue to chew through these turrets. Really, really limiting the options for Lion now.
Licorice! He just walked up to try and stop Bags and just gets destroyed. I mean, the blood, the sweat, the tears. It could come down to one final fight. Lightning Crash from Henna, but he's knocked up to start things off. Brom's shield keeping everybody safe. Henna's ultimate will go on cooldown. Licorice trying to dive forward, and there goes Lane looking for the big sleep. Lands on the 2. Katie pulled back in with the hook, but he goes into stasis. Shaden diving the backline, and Shaden is making magic happen. Licorice gets 1, does go down. Dignitas have claimed 4. It's only Lane left alive. Making pelts out of Lions. Dignitas get it done. 1 more push, and they're bound for playoffs. Lane cannot stop. Can only watch as the Nexus falls. Dignitas win the series.
What a game by Dignitas. Playing with their food at the end. It didn't seem like they'd be able to do it, but they are playoff bound.